Yo, the beast. What's up, man? Good morning. Good morning. Just chilling. What's up, bro? What did you do? What did you do with yourself yesterday while the market was basically closed? Yeah, man. It's been a while since I've done a live stream. It's been a good ass while since I've done a live stream. Feel like a fish out of water. All right, what time is it? We got 5 minutes to the open here. Let me grab the watch list real quick here. Head on over to the SPY here. On the SPY, if we can't get over 552, then I'm going to watch for a fade down to 550 for bounces down there at support. This 552 zone, basically Friday's all-time high. What is it? 551.83. So call it 552 zone. If we can get over that level and hold that support, I think we maybe just pull it back a little bit. I am flabbergasted by the move over the last 2 days. Just insane, insane moves. Then on the Qs, watching 491 zone for bounces. That 491 zone right here, all time high, 491.17. So just watching that level for support. If it can hold support there, then watch for pushes higher. Then over here on futures, we got the NQ here. On the NQ, watching the 2430 zone for support. 2430 zone, we're right at it. We're at 2435, 2433 zone. So watching this level, this literal level we're at now, watching to see if it can hold support. You can see here on the chart previous level of resistance back here. We'll zoom in a little bit. Previous level of resistance here, and a little bit of resistance and support zones here, just playing around in that zone. But previous level of resistance here before we pulled back away from it. We're over it. I'm trying to see if we're going to hold support there for a push higher. If we get underneath that zone, then probably going to watch and see if we work our way all the way back down here to the low of this consolidation in the 20, 30, 60 zone. So that's what I'm watching there. AVGO, so Broadcom, insane moves from 1850 down to 1565, back to 1755. That's just an insane amount of volatility. That looks like it would have been something fun to trade for sure. on this one, if I was going to trade this, which I'm not, I'd watch this level right here. Very simple. This 1730 zone, previous level of resistance, brief support there, broke underneath it, showed up as resistance the very next day. And then we pushed up into it on the third, and it was resistance. Today, you're getting a gap up above it. And so far in pre market, you've held that zone as support. NVIDIA, similar action. That would be the level 127. We've been talking about 127 now for almost a week, showing up as resistance here in the past. And previous support. And we've broken up and over it, and now we're trying to hold it. If you hold 127, I'll be watching for a move back up here towards 130 to 135. Yo, 30 seconds to the open here, guys. Let's see how everything rocks and rolls today. Stream's gonna be probably for about an hour, guys, and I'm gonna head out. Got a few things to button up, and then I'm heading to the Keys, take the boat out, do some fishing, enjoy time with the family. All right, so far we're not seeing a whole lot here. A little bit of resistance in that 50 zone. If we get over that 50 zone, I think we see a quick squeeze into 60, maybe 70. We don't have any news or numbers until 11 a.m. Gotcha. Okay, so there you go. You got through that 50 zone and you made that push into that 65 area. If it can continue to hold above 50, should get up there towards the 70s. Over 70s, you're looking at the 90s at that point. I'm going to watch and wait for pullbacks. That'll let me get in there to ride it. I think today could be a lower volume day. I'll tell you why. 4th of July was yesterday. Today's Friday. A lot of people are going to be taking a bit of an extended weekend here. Like today just feels like almost like a half day, even though it's not. It's a full day. You're getting that push towards 75 again, towards that 80 mark. Nice squeeze right here off the open. Good volume, really good volume off the open. Yeah, the beast for sure. You're getting a lot, people still, man, even on the road, you could see people heading down. For example, like where I live out here, you can see people heading down to the Keys. Like I'm going to be heading down in a little while with their mobile home or their boat, all that good stuff. Just getting ready to go down there, You saw them leaving. When was it? Not yesterday necessarily. Yesterday I saw a few people, a good chunk amount, but the evening before that, and most of those people just stay out there for the whole weekend. That's why today when I leave probably middle afternoon or late in the evening, so I don't get caught up in too much traffic. All right, guys, the SPY pushing higher here. You got the SPY pushing higher again, new all-time highs. Meanwhile, you have the NQs here struggling to push a new high. Got the Qs here just trading completely sideways. You know what I would like to see? Just like a quick dump back into this 491 zone. Get us back down here, draw in some bears, and then get a nice violent bounce off that level. I mean, if we're gonna be heading higher today, I think that's what I would want to see happen. I would honestly prefer to see a gargantuanly huge red candle on the daily, but I don't think that's gonna happen today. It's incredible. Let's scroll in here. Watch. Let's erase all these lines. It's incredible how this candle was set up for a beautiful double top on this daily chart and a continuation to the downside. And we had nothing. Like it didn't exist. One, two, three big green days in a row. This one's looking green as well. On this day here, I came in looking for short setups, and I got them. I actually traded short and long on that day. Same as well as this day, short and long. Made money on both days. But so far, Q's just trading sideways here. SPY continuing to push higher. If you get another push out of the SPY here, you should get that push on the NQs into those 490s that we talked about earlier. There you go. You got it back to 480, pulling back a little bit from there. SPY attempted a new high there. Doesn't look like it can get it. At least not right now. Oh, spoke too soon. There it goes. SPY pushes to new highs here. NQ still lagging. What's going on here with... All right. So you got NVIDIA not doing a whole lot, but it is still holding that 127 zone, which is key level. You got Facebook, or Meta, as they want to be known now, pushing higher on really good volume. Tesla fading, but don't let it fool you. Tesla has been on an absolute tear. Absolute tear. So Tesla fading a little bit there. You got Alphabet pushing higher, new all-time highs. Look at this thing. Look at that daily chart, guys. It's crazy. You got Amazon pushing highs. You got Apple pushing highs. Whoop, there you go, guys. You got the NQs into those 490s, like I said from earlier. Really nice push there on the Qs. Big push on the SPY. I mean, it's looking like we're going to have to sit and wait for a nice pullback setup to get long. Monster candle. It's almost 940 here. I want to see if we can pull back into that 70 zone. I would like to see us extend just a little bit more, then maybe pull back into that 70 zone. See if it wants to hold support. I think that would get the SPY down towards that VWAP zone. If the SPY can get down towards that VWAP zone, should get us into that 70 to 60 zone on the NQs. I'll look and see how it's looking. Might try a long there. Damn, the SPY just keeps on pushing, guys. Yo, Bill. Yeah, man, it's been a long time. Figured today, I try to upload a video on Fridays, so I figured today either we would do a video or do a live stream. I'm like, let's try a live stream. Those used to be fun. We pulled into that 80 zone. We held, but I wanted to see 70s or 60s for a long. All right, so the SPY looking like it wants to maybe pull back a little bit here. Kind of slowing down a little bit. Let's see. I would like to see the SPY do something like this. Get down here towards VWAP. Hold VWAP 9 AMA. That'll get us the NQ down into those 70s or 60s, maybe even a little bit lower. We can catch a bounce off that. You get a 9 AMA VWAP cross on the SPY, and you get something that looks like that. That would be awesome. That would be something clean to trade. All right, so you're getting the NQs down there into those low mid 60s. The SPY still far away from VWAP. SPY trying to push right back up there towards the highs. Didn't pull into VWAP like I wanted it to. So now we got the SPY just trading sideways there right now. You got the NQs trying to hold above 60. That's a good zone. You want to see it hold above 60. And you get the SPY to push the highs. That should get you those NQs back to like at least 485, 490. SPY looking like now it wants to get into that VWAP zone. So, so you got the SPY down there into the VWAP. Let's see if it's going to bounce there. You're getting the NQs into those 50s. Those 50s got to hold on the NQs, and you got to get that SPY to bounce off of that VWAP. Otherwise, you might see this thing just fade out. It's not looking like it wants to hold at all. Oof. Looking like it's going to be one of those waterfalls, guys. Yo, Lawful, nope. Nope, just watching right now. That SPY melting down. That 5150 zone to 51 is very crucial on the SPY. That's a little bit of a volume increase on that drop there on the SPY and on the NQs. So who knows, man? Maybe it just gets choppy now. We had just a straight up open. We've seen where we've had candles like this, and then the very next candle, bang, it just recovers out of nowhere. So maybe that happens. You just got to watch, sit and wait. That's the hardest part of trading, sitting and waiting. Like I've seen where, you get that candle like that, and then you're like, oh, I'm going to get short here. Bang, you get short, and then you just get clobbered because this thing just pushes right back to the highs. So it's one of those types of things. You see, we've already taken up almost 50% of the move to the downside. That'd be great. But man, I don't know what to tell you, Beast. Look at this. We're right back up there in front of 70. Right back in front of 70 now. I don't know. Choppy McChopperson is in town, it seems like, man. Because that candle was bearish as hell. And we've already gotten back a huge chunk of it. On the SPY, about 50%. And on the NQs, there's like 75% of that bearish candle is gone already. I mean, we could this candle hasn't closed yet. We could put in a nasty wick and close at 45. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna sit and watch and wait a minute. Look at this thing trying to get over 70s. SPY testing VWAP on the 3 minute. Oh, okay, good stuff, man. Congrats on the gains. Look at that, right back up over 70. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. See, that's what I was talking about. I would have liked to have seen it held 50, but we got all the way underneath 30. And now look at us holding 60. If we get over 75, I think game over. I think you just go straight to the highs after that, at least within two candles. You got to get over 75 at this point. And like if anyone got long in those 30s, I would have definitely been peeling profits off in the 60s and 70s. So the SPY unable to get through VWAP right now, and the NQs unable to get through 75 so far. Yo, Bill, man, I've just seen it so many times. I've seen it so many times where you get recently, very recent, where you get that crazy bearish candle, boom, and then you just drop super hard into some nothing level. Let me double check. Well, this wasn't really a nothing level. It was a decent little level there in the 30 zone, and then you snap it right back. That's what we saw here. Now we're right back into 75 zone. The range on these 3 minute candles are huge. If you just scalp them, you can make some money. But right now, honestly, with this type of action like this, I've gotten slapped up before in this type of action, so don't feel like jumping in here. Like here, I would be like, okay, I'm gonna try to get short for a scalp if 80 holds resistance because I already missed the long setup. But if we break over 80, then I got to stop out. See, we're trying to get over 80 already because the long setup is in town. It was just ugly. It wasn't a nice, pretty setup. It wasn't a nice, clean setup. Even the volume on the drop was huge. The volume on the drop was really big. Generally, volume like that on the drop would lead into extension to the downside. There you go. I told you if you got over 75, watch for that move back up to the highs. You're right in front of the highs. SPY right in front of the highs as well. We could easily double top here, but I don't think we will. Yeah, beast. Guys, don't forget, massive specials going on with Apex right now, and resets are only 35 bucks. Use my code, all caps, Jesse W. Link right there in the chat. There you go. New highs. SPY, no new high yet, but it is in front of the high day. It should push. Dang, beast. It just wants to push higher, man. Look at this thing go. Look at this thing go. And look at the SPY. Look how dirty that chart looked. Come on. Look at that drop. Bang. And the size of the volume, it increased on the drop. But like I had said, 5150, 51 zone. You got to watch that level to be support. And then you got that huge rally. You got that huge rally. Let's see what the Q's chart looked like. Huh. The Q's even had made a new low of day on that drop. They had made a brand new low of day on that drop. And then look at that move right off. So what time is it? Probably wait and see if now we can get this 9 AMA VWAP cross. Then maybe we can extend off this level. This is how I plan my trades. You see how this was resistance here and here? What I would like to see now is an extension off this level. We got that 9 AMA crossing up over VWAP. Let's get this 9 AMA up here into this previous resistance zone. And then let's get a pull back into that level. See if that holds support for a bounce play. So that's what I'll be watching for. That would put us at like 20, 24.94, 95. Just say 24.90 to 24.80 zone because it's the NQs. You can't handle that thing by a point or two. On a good day, maybe 5 points. I try to make it like that. Try to put my setups where I'm risking about 5-7 points. But realistically, I'm gonna give it to 80 zone to see if we can hold support there on pullbacks. I want to see it extend a little bit more. I don't want to see a pullback now. I want to see one more candle to the upside. Give that give that 9 AMA some time to get up there towards that previous resistance. No, don't pull back now. It's not to say I won't take the long, but don't want to necessarily. I want all the stars to align. But yeah, that those 90s look good. Before the US market opened, we had a wick right into that level. And now here, after the open, we have that level showing up as resistance. So a pull back into that zone is what I would really like to see. All right, so we got a little push higher. Guys, remember to smash that like button for me. Really helps out tremendously. It keeps going higher, no pullback. Exactly, the beast. All right, so at least now we're getting that 9 AMA up there on the cues. Now is when I want to see that pullback. All right, I really want to start to see that pullback happen now. I really don't want that 9 AMA to get up and over that level. I want it to line up. I want to see, a clean pullback, not that disgusting mess we saw earlier. Something like that. And then give us a nice bounce. We're not asking for much here, guys. We're just asking for a clean setup. Get me a pullback back down there into that 500 to 90 zone, to 490 zone. Now I'll look to get long. Oh, get out of my head. I used to all these lights during trading time. All right, so it's starting to pull back into 30 land. I want to see the deep pullback. If it begins to just hold like 20, that's going to suck. because that 9 AMA is going to creep higher on the Qs. We want to see it pull back into this zone right here. There we go. We pulled into 20 and held, but we don't want that. We want to see the deeper pullback. So some passive profit taking, bring us back down there and pick us up. All right, bro. Still waiting, man. Why doesn't it just want to trade clean for us? See, that 9 AMA already crossed well over that zone. That's not what I wanted to happen. I'm still going to watch and wait for those pullbacks into 2500 to 2490 zone on the NQs. SPY right to VWAP, breaking underneath VWAP. We're getting a nasty little bit of a drop here into that 500 zone. I want to see those 90s, at least the 90s hold support. All right, so the SPY trying to bounce off of VWAP. It's trying. At this point, I'd rather just see a little bit of a flush then. Q's tried, just got right up into that zone, but acting super lazy like. There you go. All the way down to the low 90s. SPY pushing lower as well. Q's almost down there to the VWAP. Wow. Increase in volume on this drop again. Another huge candle. One of these is going to have to break. Like one of these is just going to break the whole system and they're going to flush it. Yo, G Shago, what's up, my man? Thank you, thank you. All right, We got down there into the 80s. So 2040 80s now. Q's testing VWAP. And then you got, look at that candle, guys. You got the Q's under VWAP now. You got the SPY well under VWAP. Back down here testing yet again this previous little zone. It's trying to bounce. How the freaking hell are you supposed to trade this mess? You know what I mean? Like, that's just disgusting. Go, Lanny, go. Been watching you since you started. You're doing good. Good progress. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Damn, you've been a watcher since I started the channel way back when. That's freaking amazing. So, guys, some people will bullshit you with some story here about like, oh, this and that and the algorithm and some other nonsense. I'm gonna shoot you straight. I don't know what the fuck's about to happen here. Straight up. I have no clue because it's just nasty and choppy. Well, me, I'm thinking at this point, as an actual trader, we have to get the Qs down to 492. And we get down to 492 and hold. I think that's very bullish. But outside of that, we're just in like choppiness. It's just nasty. It's ugly action. Ugly action. If we can get the Qs back up over 493, then I'm telling you, okay, it's game on. I think we push. But as of right now, it's ugly. Because even if we hold 460, 470, here, I'll show you. Even if we hold this 460, 470, I don't like it. It's ugly. It's not clean. All right. On a pullback, very free lesson here. On a pullback into a support zone, I don't like to see gargantuanly huge volume like you're seeing here. I like to see small volume. Large volume on drops shows kind of like panic, like, oh my God, bam, market order, let's get out, everybody. Like just the herd rushing out. Small volume on the pullbacks, controlled selling. It's just profit taking. It's people being like, I'm going to put some money in my pocket. And therefore, the support zone would tend to hold a lot stronger, a lot more defined. In this case, the support zones aren't holding clean at all. Thus, you'll get chopped out. You'll get stopped out. It'll recover, and you chase it. You get stopped out again, and it's just a disaster. And that's how death by 1,000 paper cuts. And you lose your evaluation, or you lose your funded account. Yay, Golani, yes. I used to trade Tesla nonstop. When I traded, okay, so I started off trading small caps. When I started learning, I started off trading small caps, low float runners, you know. Then later, I started trading the larger names. Started specifically a lot of Tesla trading back then when Tesla was going insane. Then I started trading futures during COVID, and I really found my house. I found where I wanted to stay when I started trading futures. But then I launched the daytraderchatroom.com, and to appease the masses, I went back to equities and options. And I started trading, everything: Tesla, Boeing. It didn't matter. Google, whatever was in play, I traded it, including small caps here and there. But I didn't want to keep trading equities. I like trading futures much more, much more. Yo, Jay Powell in the house. What's up? What's up, man? The beast. What I just described, right? Man, when the support zones don't want to hold clean, when the resistance zones don't want to hold clean, then you gotta either adjust and wait for the deeper flushes. Like maybe I would have gone along here at 60 if I wasn't on the stream and talking and whatnot. I might have probably given 60 a shot. I'm not gonna lie. And here I'm just entertained now. So I didn't. But that's not where I wanted to see support hold. Support should have held bottom wiki support should have held at 80 at least, at 480. Preferably that 500 to 90 to 490 zone. That's what would have held. That would have been clean. That would have been a grade A setup, like a juicy ribeye on your table. I would have taken on full size on that one, and then just caught that bounce from 500 back to 520 and then 540. And I would have taken first take, second take. I would have left a runner to see if we extended through the highs, and it would have banged out a sick, $1,200 winner. But that's not what happened. And then what I described earlier, that's happened to me a bunch of times. So yeah. Yeah, Tesla options. I'll never forget it. One of my best trading months ever in equities was just basically trading Tesla options. I also traded was it Rivian? No, it wasn't Rivian. That other one that turned out to be a huge fraud. Forgot the name of the company. It was an EV. And in that month, it was July. I was trading down in the Keys in our summer house, and probably made like 10,000 bucks just trading right there. Boom. Every day for like an hour, just trading. 10,000 bucks on the month. It was great. It was an awesome summer. Nicola. That's it, Top Cat. That's the one. It was Nicola. NKLA. Oh, my boy just texted me. He said, "Did you see PLTR Palantir? We're long term holders of Palantir." Wow, look at Palantir go. Yeah, man. If you're on the stream, yep. I sees it. I think. Oh, look at that head and shoulders. Oh, you guys aren't seeing it. Equities. Look at that head and shoulders pattern. I had drawn this on the daily chart a while back, and we went from 2281 all the way down here to 20 bucks. That was a nice head and shoulders pattern. So yeah, on this one on Palantir, I think this 20, anytime you get up here towards this 27 zone, I think that's not going to break out. If it does, awesome. I don't think it does. I think it pulls away from that. This is looking like something I would want to short in front of VWAP on the SPY. But then you got the Qs over VWAP now again. Over this 493 on the Qs, which is 500 here on the NQs, key psychological level. So nothing, guys. I think I'm gonna be one of those days where I might not have anything to do. What time is it? I gotta go probably in 15 minutes or so. Gotta get ready to head out to the Keys later today. So I gotta do some stuff before I head out. But I really want to give it some time, see if we can get a setup. Yo, the beast with nearly 1,400 bucks on the day. Yo, that's what's up. Nice job, man. Guys, if you want to join us, I'm in the Discord every single day. There's the link in the chat. I don't stream on there, but I chat all day long. Well, it's all morning long. I pop in the afternoon again. Nice job, the beast. Yeah, this week I had a few big days, but today's not looking like one of them. Hmm. Unreal that 60 zone is what held support. Now we're all the way back here at 508. Look, so you can see how not clean that was. This was the resistance zone we talked about. We were looking for a pullback into it to get long. That was 493.14. We pulled all the way down to 492.40s under VWAP and then bounced off that level, which was a nothing level. Look, here's your daily chart. We'll put a line there. There's nothing going on there. There's nothing going on there. It was a nothing level. What's that? Oh, and I gotta also meet the realtor at the rental house. Got a lot of stuff to do this morning. I don't know if I'm gonna catch a trade. 10:20. How you guys doing? I know we know the beast is well into the green. Congratulations. How about the rest of y'all? Oh, the beast. My 43-inch monitor for the Keys house is out for delivery. Looks like I'm not gonna leave until I get that delivered today. Yep, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I got to take that over there because I over there I have a 20-inch monitor or a 21 and then I have a 28 side by side, but I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like it at all. So I'm just going to put one 43-inch monitor on that desk. That desk is much smaller than this one here. I'm going to put one 43-inch monitor on that desk and then bang. Now I'll be comfortable. I traded the other day when I was down there. When was it? It was this week on Monday. I was still there. I traded in the morning, made a few bucks. Don't remember exactly how much, but I made a few bucks. And then I came back down, back up. No, No, it's just gonna go on the desk. It's plenty of space. These two are on my desk. Um, I wouldn't mind mounting these on an arm, but no, it's on the that one will go on the desk. It's it's plenty fine. I think it is, anyways. I'll see when I do it. I might change my mind. This 520 area holding resistance so far. Let's see what the spy's looking like. Spy's over VWAP now. It's looking choppy. No, Golani, I got a few places. So spent a lot of time in the summer on that one. 520 zone. 520 zone trying to hold resistance. But the spy is holding up VWAP. I'm just gonna let it go. I think, anyways. Let me see here. You got the spy trying really hard there to hold support. It almost feels like it's all running out of steam, but you could just see some wild candle pop out of nowhere, go right to the highs if you get through that 520 zone. The volume has been dropping on the. Let's see here. Nah. Could have been good for a scalp against that 520, but I didn't trust it. Yeah. Yeah, it feels like it's getting tired. I had some trust issues there at 520. See that previous candle, that's a huge wick that it put in. It looked like it wanted to just tear right through that level. And I'm not looking for any sorts of big moves to the downside, to be honest. If I take a short bias trade here, it'll be a scalp, whatever I get, 5, 8, 10 points. I'll take it. But right now, hand's not even on the mouse. Yeah, exactly. I haven't said that in a while. It's a 50-50 crapshoot. I don't really like 50-50s. I need at least a 60-40 setup, preferably a 70-30. I don't think it gets much better than that. Exactly, the beast. If we want to play 50-50s, we'll just go to the casino and have fun. Look, I burned a couple $100 last night in fireworks. If I want to burn money, I'll just go to the casino. Oh, speaking of casino, when I was on the cruise ship, I played the slots a bunch, made some money, lost some money. It was like I told my brother in law, I was like, my man, this is just for entertainment purposes. I'll take a few $100 and I'll plot them down in the casino. I'll be like, all right, this is like fireworks. We're just gonna burn it just for some laughs. If we make some, that's great. But definitely, that's not how I try to treat trading. You need a license to buy fireworks in Australia. That's wild. Not surprising though. That's wild. That 20 area still holding resistance, but it's I don't know, man. The SPY tried to break up and over that consolidation zone. The Qs are just trading sideways. All right, I'm gonna give it a shot here in front of this 20 zone because the volume is really drying. So if this volume can dry up and this 20 zone can hold resistance, maybe we get a quick drop. Just taking one contract. That's it. Not looking for anything wild. Ah, bastard. You're gonna stop me out, aren't you? Right back up into that 20 zone there. I saw a lot of movement on it. All right, taking it off right there at about 180 bucks. That's it. Oh, I didn't even have the right chart up. That's all good. You guys know what I just did because you see it there happening on the SPY. And I got short up here at 14, stop over 20, and then I took it off on the ask at oh 06. About 8 points. That's what I said I wanted. I wanted 5, 7, 10 points. I got 8 points. I'll take it. What, 160 bucks? There we go. I'll take it. Okay, realtor just texted me. Give me 1 second here, guys. Okay. Let me see what you're right here. 2517 for a. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I went off of. I went off of exactly that you said, Beast. That right there, that 520 zone. That 520 zone. And I just traded the little range. We got 520 resistance. We got 500 support. Right? I got short in front of 520. I took it off in front of 500. I'm not when we're acting this way, I'm not looking for the breakout. I'm just not. We're really choppy. Lately, these little ranges have been paying me nicely. I just took one contract and I traded that range right there, made 160 bucks. That's it. Nothing to write home about. Just add into the account for when it reaches its payout time. That's it. I don't think I'm gonna trade any of my 250 accounts today either. I've been killing it on those. I think I made like 4,000 bucks on one of them, or maybe both of them, over the last few days. We need 6,600 on those for payout requests. So it's shaping up to being a really nice month, to be honest. And we're oh my god, we're only on the 5th. It's shaping up to being a really nice month. But the only way you do that is if you trade smart. You don't get overzealous. You don't let emotions dictate your decision making. That's it. Yeah, yeah, the 160, just about a tank of gas on the new truck. No, the other day I put gas in it, but honestly, I don't even remember how much I spent because I'm trying not to let it get too close to empty. Kind of like always when we hit half tank, I try to fill it up. It's a big tank. It's like 36 or 38 gallons. Exactly, the beast. Nice. Golani, go. Congratulations on Palantir. So there you go, guys. You got back up over 20, and now you're pushing higher. Why? Think about it. Anybody that was short here was short in front of 20. We broke over 20, they all covered. And this is exactly why I said I wasn't going to hold on to it. I said it. If I take a short position, it's going to be a quick scalp, and I was going to look for 5, 7, 8, maybe 10 points. I got my 8 points, and that was it. Nice, 380%. Good stuff. Oh, I see. I see the chart you posted in the Discord, Beast. All right, what time is it? 10:30. I don't foresee myself taking another trade today, to be honest. This volume is drying up pretty nasty. It's getting choppier and choppier by the damn minute. I think I'm just gonna put that profit in the pocket and run away. Monday will be a new day. See what the weather looks like for this week and see if I'm gonna get to do any fishing. Yeah, maybe tomorrow. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, you too go. You too go, Lani. Let's see, guys. I'm gonna give it another 5 minutes or so. I doubt anything's gonna set up nicely for me in that time frame. Bunt of a day, but we'll go ahead and book it. I will do exactly that. I can't wait to get it out there again. We're back down to 500, trying to hold support there. I don't think it's going to hold. I don't think. I think that it's going to break down here. You might get a flush to 80, but it's been choppy enough to where I don't want to. I don't want to mess around with it. It's like the market got tired that last wick. It's like, oh, I can't get no higher, and then it just pulled right back down to 500. It's holding so far. Well, like I said, I don't think it holds. There you go. Through 500, down into the low 90s. Yeah, I think it probably goes a little bit lower. Maybe. But maybe it just throws one of those crazy wicks again. It's it's just choppy, man. Like, watch. Get rid of these lines. Okay. Where is 930? Okay, here it is. This is what the spy has done today. That's it. That's your first hour and 8 minutes of the day. That's chop. So if you're green today, just pat yourself on the back. If you're break even, pat yourself on the back. And if you're red within your risk tolerance, pat yourself on the back again and don't let FOMO or revenge bite you because that is nasty action. That's disgusting. There's nothing clean here. It's just up, down, up, sideways. It's just ugly. ugly. So if you're green today, or if you didn't blow on account today, just be happy with that, to be honest. Gonna be watching that level in the coming days for sure. All right, guys. I am out of here. Enjoy the weekend. Thank you very much for tuning in. No video today, just a live stream. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'm looking to see if I can get some fishing done tomorrow. And next week's looking a little windy, but it's going to be good because maybe I don't fish, but I'm going to definitely take out the new boat in that wind, see what she's made of. Thank you guys for tuning in, smashing that like button. Remember, if you're new here, subscribe to the channel and swing by the free Discord. I'm going to post the link one more time here for you. And I'll see you on another one. Peace.